few things that's going to help you with this question here, 1a. So let's go back one topic and go back to equations. Let's look at the first one here. Let me simplify this a little bit. We got negative 4x plus 5, negative 8x, and 4x is negative 4x plus 5. And here's where I want you to step on the brakes. And you could have gone a couple of steps further, but I want you to stop here for a second and ask yourself. They're exactly the same. Exactly the same. On the left side, you're saying take negative 4, multiply by some number, add 5. On the right side, saying do the same exact thing. Take negative 4, multiply by some number, and then add 5. But remember that that some number is the same here, and it's the same here. Let me pick a number. Let's pick 10. Let me say x equals 10. If I pick 10, I get negative 4 times 10 plus 5. On the right side, I get negative 4 times 10 plus 5. What are we going to get? We're going to get the same exact answer, which is negative 35 equals negative 35. Right? Again, pick another number. I don't know. Pick negative 20. So negative 4 times negative 20 plus 5. On the other side, it's going to be negative 4 times negative 20 plus 5. And what do we get? 4 times 20 is 80. Right, positive, plus 75, we're going to get 85. On the right side, we're going to get 85. Again, you can keep trying, but what you will realize is that no matter what x value you pick, because you're doing the same exact thing on the left side as you're doing on the right side, this, whatever you get here, will always equal whatever you get on the right side. So, what does it tell you about how many solutions this particular equation has? So, this particular equation has, the answer is all real numbers. Any number you can replace x with, it's going to give you the same value on the left side as the right side. So there's an infinite amount of solution, infinite solutions. And just to add on to this, when you get to this part, the next part to do would be adding 4x, because there's variables on both sides. Plus 4x on both sides. Now the x is going to be gone because it's 0, and then we have this situation where 5 equals 5. It could be any constant. It just happens that in this case it's 5 equals 5. So when you come to this, right, and you did your equation, and you're like, oops, this is an alert that tells you, well, when this happens, right, when the constant on the left is equal to the constant on the right, after you eliminate it and simplify the equation, then it tells you that x can be any value in this world, and the left side will always equal the right side. So the answer is infinite solutions, all real numbers. And that's one type of solution that you can get. Another type of solution, let's take a look at the second one, 5x plus 4. This one is 5x plus 2. Let's stop here. Well, we're multiplying x, whatever x you pick, times 5. And on the left side, we're adding 4. On the right side, we're multiplying 5 times that same value for x, but we're adding 2. So right here, you should think, well, I'm multiplying both by 5, but on the left side, I'm adding 4. On the right side, I'm adding 2. So there's no way the left side will ever equal the right side, because it's always going to be greater. So in this case, well, let's continue. The next step after this would be, well, there's variables on both sides, so let's get rid of this one, which means I do negative 5 minus 5x on the other side. And then the x's go away, and I'm left with this, which is not a true statement. 4 is not equal to 2. So, based on this, you can say that there is no solution to this equation. Nothing in this world will make the left side equal the right side. And we can put a line like this that says 4 is not equal to 2. Okay? So, first situation, you have the left side equal the right side. Second situation, you have the left side not equal the right side, so that tells you that there is no solution. And then, lastly, what is the other type of solution we can have when solving equations? Well, this is when there is one unique value of x, right? One unique solution, one unique value for x. Well, let's try it. Negative 6x plus 3 equals 4x minus 7. Let's get rid of the variables of smaller coefficients. So we're going to do plus 6x that goes away. I'm left with 3 equals 10x minus 7. Let me add 7 to both sides. And now I have 10 equals 10x. Well, continue as we always would. Mine divided by 10, divided by 10, and x equals 1. So, this one says that if I plug in 1 and replace it right over here, and replace it right over here and do my check, I'm going to get negative 6 times 1 plus 3. On the right side again, I'm going to get 4 times 1 minus 7. Here I get negative 3, and here I get negative 3. So that's a true statement, and that true statement can only happen when x equals 1. So there are 3 different scenarios. First one, when there is an infinite amount of solutions. 2, no solution. 3, just one solution. X can only be a certain value to make that equation true. Okay? Now, inequalities, which is what we're doing right now, let's simplify this. 10 plus 4x is greater than 15 plus distributive property, 4x plus 12. Let me combine some like terms. I combine 15 and 12, we get 27, sorry, that's not 10x, that's 10 plus 4x, combine like terms, I get 27 plus 4x. And we can continue, but let's see if we can understand what's happening here. On the left side, I'm multiplying 4 by a value, right? You can pick one, and then adding 10. On the right side, I'm adding 4 and multiply by that by the same value I multiplied here on the left side, but I'm adding 27 to it. So hopefully you realize that no matter what value I pick, this will never ever be greater than this. The left side will never ever be greater than the expression on the right. It's just not going to happen. Right, so let's continue here. And one way that you can tell this is after you subtract from both sides, 4x from both sides, this goes away, and you are left with a statement that is not true. So when you get to this point, and it looks a little bit weird, and says 10 is greater than 27, first of all, you know that's not true. So that is telling you that there is no value, there's nothing in this world that you can think of, that I can replace wherever x is, right, to make the left side greater than the right side. So this is a case where there is no solution. Okay. Let's look at the right side. 8x plus 24 greater than 8x minus 24. You can stop here again and look at it. Okay, this is looking a little bit familiar. On the left side, it's 8x plus 24. On the right side, it's 8x minus 24. So I think by now you can realize that on the left side, I'm multiplying 8 times a value and then adding 24. But on the right side, I'm subtracting 24. So this will always be true. Well, let's do minus 8x and minus 8x to see what we get. We get this. Right, the variables go away, but I'm left with this, where 24 is greater than negative 4 and 4. So the meaning, the significance of this is telling you that, whatever value of x I can think of, it will always make the left expression be greater than the right expression. So for this case, I have all real numbers again. And infinite amount of solutions. Right? Every single number in this world, I can plug in here and make that particular inequality true.